Okay, we are ready. So welcome everyone. So once again, we are here with another panel discussion on GATE 2021. It's actually an exam which engineering graduates take after graduation or in the final year of their BTech course. So we are here with the topic GATE 2021, the challenges and opportunities. And today we will be discussing what is the importance of this exam, what are the challenges that the students of Kashmir Valley face in particular and the student community in general, and how do we convert these challenges into opportunities. So welcome to this discussion. I'll be joined by my friend Mr. Rais. Rais is an alumnus of IUST. Even I am an alumnus of IUST, and we both are currently working as assistant professors in the department. I'm working in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, and my friend Rais is working in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, both at IUST. So over to Rais. Let him introduce the guests and we'll get going with the discussion.
Thank you, Asim, and good evening and assalamu alaikum warahmatullah, everyone. I would like to welcome all of my guests. Let me first introduce my friend Mr. Vaqas, who is an alumnus of IIT Kanpur. He has done his master's from IIT Kanpur, his bachelor's from NIT Srinagar, and is currently pursuing his PhD from NIT Srinagar as well, and is my colleague at Islamic University of Science and Technology, working in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering as assistant professor. The next two guests, I am very pleased to introduce them because they are very close to me as well, because they have been my students. My first guest is Wahid Gulzar. He's, as I told, that he was an alumnus of IUST, and he graduated from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and he is currently pursuing his master's in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering from IIT Madras, a very well-reputed institute. And one of the highlights which I would like to highlight is that his All India GATE rank was 152, and we were very proud of that achievement of his. The third guest of ours tonight is Aamir Yaseen. He is also an alumnus of Islamic University of Science and Department of Computer Science, in the Department of
I guess he has some network issues. Okay, I'll take over from here. Maybe Rais, he may join us. Okay, I guess he's back. Okay, Rais, please continue. You missed some part. There were some network issues, I guess. Okay, I'll take over from here. Our third guest is Mr. Aamir Yaseen, who is also an alumnus of IUST from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. He graduated from his undergraduate program in 2018, and we are again pleased to announce this, that his GATE rank, All India rank in GATE was 126, quite an achievement, and we all were proud of this achievement at IUST. And he's currently working as a software engineer with one of the PSUs of Government of India. It's related with the Indian Railways. So from here, let me start with Mr. Vaqas. Mr. Vaqas, can you please tell us what is the importance of qualifying this examination, specifically for engineering students? This exam is for non-engineering students also from basic sciences. But from an engineering perspective, how important is this exam for the students of BTech? And what do you feel are the challenges that our students usually face? Can you please shed some light on this?
Okay. Assalamu alaikum and good evening to all of you.
Walaikum assalam.
So here actually we are going to discuss, have some brief discussion about this, what actually GATE is and why is GATE important for engineering students as well as for the non-engineering. Okay? Generally, first of all, looking at the status, if we ever search what are the top 10 exams in the world, okay, the top 10 list you will see the GATE examination. There is Mensa, there is IITG Advanced, there is GRE. These are top profile exams. So that level of that examination shows how important this exam is. Now there is a basic perspective in our students that generally they foresee by the statistics that we can't actually qualify this. Actually, that foreseeing about that is actually wrong. They actually lower their esteem beforehand before trying to attempt that. But in actual case, if they will see this exam is not so much difficult, but there should be a problem.
Yes, please continue, Vaqas. Yes, Mr. Vaqas.
Yes,
there was some issue.
So the thing is, the syllabus for GATE is not different as that of BTech syllabus. There is a perspective in the students that when we are preparing for BTech, this is some different scenario, and the GATE is some different scenario. There is a way to prepare for GATE during the course of your BTech. So in actual case, what actually GATE is an indicator how good you are knowing the concepts in your BTech course. It is a simple indicator. If you know well how concepts are good, then you can easily combat with that. But actually, what we have, there is a basic intuition that these are two different things. The BTech degree is something different and GATE is something different. But in actual case, these actually have the same scenario. But it is about the perspective of the students how to actually handle. Now, why GATE is important? Now, GATE is actually, you can say it is a platform. It's a platform from where you can get some different opportunities. Generally, there is a perspective among some students that we will not do GATE, we will do something else. But it is important to look for more opportunities than less opportunities. GATE widens your opportunities, and it is always better to have wider opportunities so that in future you can choose among those opportunities. By not attempting GATE or qualifying GATE, you are actually lessening your that broader vision to a shorter course. So that will actually limit your future course. But after qualifying GATE, you will be at a level that you will have a broader version in which you can actually have various fields where you can actually attempt. For example, basic some fields here are through GATE you can actually attempt for PSUs, Public Service Commission, and and through GATE you can go for higher education, and through GATE you can also go for foreign universities. There are some top universities in just like NTU in Singapore. If you have a good GATE score, above 90 percentile, actually generally that is a cutoff, but you should be having good GATE score and some basic level English speaking examination, TOEFL, IELTS or GRE. Then there is a chance that you can get into that university, and the ranking of that university is on QS ranking, that is among the top 15 universities in the world. Now you can see how important is this to qualify this GATE. So after qualifying GATE, you will be having more opportunities in your future. Now the second thing is, if you think that you don't want to go for those opportunities, still it should be a self-assessment tool for you how good you have been in your BTech. Your pointer will not actually justify because GATE is a scenario that is common to the whole country. Actually, for some countries that are outside, also UAE. So GATE shows at what level your BTech has been as compared to those students. In the university level, you are getting some pointers, but the domain is very less. But when you have to compare with the broader version, GATE will be a basic indicator. It will show you how well you have done your 4 years, how well your course was in your 4 years. So that's why if you think that I'm not going for such opportunities, but still this will be a good indicator for yourself, self-assessment for yourself. Now the thing is, there is a common history between students that I can't qualify. It is some students are at 4th semester level or some are at 6th semester level, and they are telling I can't qualify because the first thing, I don't have appropriate material, or I don't have time, something like that. I have some issues. But in actual case, we're actually having lower esteem within ourselves. Right now, in your Android mobile or iPhone, you have enough material available at the 2G network also. Here we have 2G network, but still you can manage at 2G network. The thing will be you have to pre-download things, then you have to manage, and you have to actually follow the timetable. The thing is, we generally beforehand हम हार मान जाते हैं, ठीक है? So that it should not be within the students. Will beforehand lose our battle. Before applying for that, before going through that course, you can't say beforehand that I will not be able to do this. So one thing is clear: everyone is actually able to qualify this gate. But the thing is about the inner consciousness. You have to grow that, and you have to actually do one thing. You have to self-assess and actually have some regular goals, daily based goals or weekly based goals, so that, and then map those goals with your monthly goals. Then you can actually, after 1 month, 2 months, you can have self-assessment how well I am going. And if you have some doubts, you can contact your teachers, and there is lots of stuff on your right now available on internet. So right now we have animation based these videos, so it actually is very easy to actually understand those things. So the thing is, if you have gone through that type of scenario that I will not be able to do because my seniors were not able to also qualify this, but right now I am telling you will be able to do this. And the second thing is, if you are right now in beta course, you can actually, through this beta course, you don't need an extra year for preparation. When actually I was in my beta course, I was in 7th semester. After 7th semester, I gave my this GATE examination, and I had only 35 days to prepare. But actually, in general, it is impossible to prepare GATE for 35 days. But still, I managed to get a rank of 650 all India rank. So why that was possible? That was only possible when I was going through the GATE course. I was studying only the good books of good authors. I was not going through such books. Those were only meant for basic exams to have good pointers. No, I was going through some standard books, some recommended books through my beta course, and in those 35 days, I was able to just revise and apply for the exam. So the thing is, you don't need one extra year, or you need 2 years for coaching to qualify GATE. Through your beta course, you can slowly prepare for the GATE exam. Now, right now.
Thank you, Mr. Vaqas. I would like maybe we can delve into some other issues later on. Though I concur with many of your valid suggestions, like if a student is good and he studies well during his BTech course, then it should be enough for him to qualify the GATE. But we will delve into those questions later on. I would like to move to the two other guests of ours. और उससे पहले मैं ये एक बार फिर से खुशी का इजहार करना चाहता हूँ कि ये दो मेरे अपने स्टूडेंट्स हैं. आई एम very happy for them, and theirs is quite an achievement. तो उस तनाजुर में मैं बारी बारी इन दोनों से पूछना चाहता हूँ कि ये जरा अपनी स्टोरी हमें बताएं. So it's such that जो वकास ने भी अपने कमेंट्स में बताया था कि स्टूडेंट्स जो है उनमें मोटिवेशन कम रहती है, तो हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को मोटिवेट करने के लिए मे बी दे सक्सेस स्टोरीज व्हिच इज
Okay, let us start with Mr. Wahid. I guess you got the question.
Hey, I got the question. First of all, hi to all. So I joined IUST at in 2014. So this I remember. Let me just share this thing with you. So because there's a this is a huge slope when we go to the IUST, and I was I was on foot. So while walking up that slope, I decided that okay. So initially in my 12th, I had a dream that I should join IIT in my 12th, but due to my mistakes and other stuff, I was not able to. So I landed into the IUST, and while I was walking on foot on that on the slope, so I decided with myself that maybe I should do something that that gives me recognition, that gives a recognition to my university. So that was the first thing when I first entered entered into into the campus. So then what happened is like for the first year it was going good, my pointer was good, and from the second year I started to lose interest in my studies. So if I just share like my pointer in the second semester, it was around, I think it was around 6.7 or something like that. So you can see that I was during my second semester I hardly used to study, and the story continued till until the fifth semester, that I hardly touched my books, I hardly had prepared anything or like that. So then in 2016, then that that happened, the strikes and other things happened, and I for 6 months I was like staying at home doing nothing. So then certainly, like obviously when when you're doing nothing, you try to think what is the next thing that you want to do. Until then I had no idea that there is something, some exam called GATE. I have never heard that, never heard about this exam. So what happened is, yeah, and then suddenly one day I was watching YouTube, and on YouTube I clicked, there's a video by Ravinder Babu. So he provides coaching for the GATE students, online coaching. So I was watching that video. That video, I think that title was "What After BTech," something like that. So that at that time I came to know, oh, there is something, I have still an option, I have still an opportunity to get inside the IIT college, because I had a dream in my I used to work hard in during my 12th, but yeah. So then what happened is it was, I think it was January of my fifth semester, like it was the time was January at that time. So till then I had no prior knowledge of computer science. I used to code a bit, but it was not that much. But the basic stuff, basic concepts, I had no idea about them. So then I decided, and when I watched that video, I decided that I'm going to prepare for this exam. And yeah, so that was a time that that boosted my confidence, that boosted me. Okay, you have to sit and you have to prepare for this examination. And then in 2016 or 17, I don't know which year it was, 2000 I think it was 2018, I guess. Oh no, sorry, 2017 January. So then I subscribed to that course by the Ravinder Babu, and then I started my preparation like from March. And from March, then I regularly used to study for, I should say, like on an average it should be 3 to 4 hours per day on an average. So, and we had to like there were so many difficulties while like preparing, because my whole material was online. And due to this internet shutdown and other stuff, I was able to complete my syllabus. And also I had to come to the college for my classes and for my other courses. So what happened is, yeah, I finished my syllabus on around, I think it was December or something like that. So yeah, it stretched a bit. It should not take that much time, but yeah, it took. And then during my first attempt, my GATE paper was in Fab, and during my first attempt, I was able to secure 1050 rank. But I was not satisfied, because I believe that I felt that I can do better than this once I wrote that paper, GATE 2018, I guess. Yeah. So and after that, I decided that okay, this is not what I wish. This is not that I aim for. I made some silly, I made some silly mistakes in my paper. So I felt that okay, let me give it a try. I think I can do better. And in the next year, till August or till September, I didn't touch my this gate stuff. And then from next year in 2018, yeah, in August, I started again preparing for the gate, and thanks to God that I was able to then get a good rank. And now finally I am now in my I got the college that I was always wishing. So I think that's it. I think, yeah, we can discuss more about, yeah.
Thank you, Wahid. And I would like to know the same story from Aamir. Over to Aamir.
Yeah.
Hello, good evening. Assalamu alaikum. Like I will share more about the preparations. I mean, how to prepare for a gate. Firstly, I will tell about my story. I think knowing about gate exam is very important. That self-awareness is very important. I think what I noticed in during my BTech is that many of the guys were not really aware about what gate is, what its important is. But I'm thankful to God that I was aware right from the day I entered IUST. Actually, I had my friend. He had wrote gate at that time. He told me about the gate, what you can do after gate. You can join PSUs or you can go to some IITs and do your masters from there. So in that process, I think I was quite lucky that I got to know about this exam quite early, and I start my preparation right from the third semester. Like I used to follow standard textbooks, as well as I used to study from NPTEL courses. I think they are really good. They are very much descriptive, and I think for the students who are currently in second semester, fourth semester, or sixth semester, no, I think about up to fourth semester, fifth semester, they should really focus on studying very descriptive. They should start studying from textbooks, and they should watch these NPTEL lectures because they are very helpful. Initially, they will just strengthen your concepts initially. And I will talk about this then. Up to fifth semester, I used to follow standard textbooks, and I used to watch those NPTEL courses. They are really good. And after that, I decided to take a crash course, and I joined Ravindra Sir's course. And in GATE 2018, I scored All India rank 3035. I think I'm not sure about that, but it was really heartbreaking at that time. That after spending about 2 years for something, and eventually I didn't get the results that I was really desiring for. But then what I sat one day and I thought to myself that I should analyze myself. Why did I wrong? So then I realized that I made quite silly mistakes in my first attempt. I think what I realized is qualifying any of the competitive exam, it's not about the preparation. There are n number of things along with the preparation. I think you should be those 3 or 2 hours of examination. You have to be really cool and calm. That's what I analyzed from my past experience of 2018 GATE. Like at that time, I was very anxious when I was writing my exam, and due to that, I did a lot of silly mistakes, which eventually costed me in getting a rank that was not what I was expecting for. But then there was this confidence within me that I can do much better. And after I self-analyzed myself, and I thought to myself that I should give it one more try. And in GATE 2019, what I did is I just tried to do as much as little mistakes I can, and I stayed very calm during the examination. That was very important. I think that was the key to my success. I stayed calm and cool in the exam. What I believe is that the questions in GATE exam, they are not really difficult. They are very basics. They are very basics from the core subjects there. So it's that you have to be cool during those 2 hours. The questions are really very basic. That's what I believe. And I think anyone with a 6 to 7 months preparation can easily crack a GATE with a decent rank. And I think what's important is consistency is really important. I mean, you should be studying regularly. That's the key. You should be practicing questions regularly. You should write test series. That's very important. You should write test series. Once you write test series, you should analyze that test series. Where did you lose your marks? You should go to those questions. You should check what was wrong with it. Was it that the concepts was not clear, or was it that I did some silly mistake? Sometimes what happens is we do silly calculation mistakes. So that's to be taken into account. That's really important, that analyzing the test series, that's very important. What I feel, what I did in my second attempt, that I didn't in my first attempt. I didn't write any test series in my first attempt, but then in the second attempt, I did those few things, right? Like I wrote a couple of test series, I did a lot more questions on it, and eventually, Alhamdulillah, I got the result at the end.
Okay, thank you, Aamir. That was very encouraging. Yeah, I would like to come back to Mr. Vaqas. Mr. Vaqas, we are faculty members at IUST. We are well aware with the academic environment we have, the type of students we have, the type of faculty, the type of staff we have. I would like to share a concern with you, and I would like to know your views on that. That we have seen lack of confidence, lack of motivation in our students. The students, the lot which we currently have at IUST, I personally find them very talented, some very hardworking, but somehow they don't get near to the line. What do you feel lags in them? You might have encountered this. I have encountered this argument from my students, that whenever we try to set some standard question paper, we try to include some questions which sort of grill the students through their way, then हम अक्सर ये argument सुनते हैं students से, सर ये question नहीं आया, क्यों नहीं आया? सर ये उस gate level सवाल. I find it very demotivating. How do we change this attitude?
Okay, the thing is actually this type of notion is developed because from the course when they have started actually 11th and 12th. And the type of examination they are actually facing in the JK boards. When we see the standard of JK boards, actually the standard of JK boards is not as much actually as we have the CBSE or some other board, ICSE boards. So then what actually happens when they actually qualify 12th examination and then they go for just JEE mains and JEE advanced, there is a drastic change in their percentage obtained in their 12th examination and the marks obtained in their JEE mains or JEE advanced examination. And this large gap here actually induces a notion in them that they will not be able to qualify any good examination. But the thing is, that is because of the course of examination they had and how they had studied things. But BTech is a 4-year course, it is a long course, and if you actually, there is always, if you have a good slope, you can reach the destination. So that is actually one factor that is actually there is inbuilt in their notion because of that past history. Now the second thing is they look for the results they have seen till date. The pass percentage, the average percentage of passing gate is not so much good in our college or in NIT or in some colleges, nearby colleges. That also creates a hysteria that we can't be able to just qualify. But in actual case, they are actually capable. They are actually capable. The second thing is when they prepare examination, the level of preparation that they have and how much they deliver during the examination, there's a gap. Because of the pressure of the examination, they have good preparation. They are able to solve those questions outside the examination hall, but during the examination, they are not able to solve. That's because of the examination hysteria. They feel that if they got the answer, they still feel, no, I think this is wrong because this is a gate examination. Because that is their lower self-esteem. So for that, I am telling them there is no one in the student lot that he will not or she will not be able to qualify the gate. Everyone is actually able to qualify the gate. But the thing is, along with the preparation, you should be confident also. You should be confident, not overconfident, but you should be confident also that I can do this. If I have proper study, I can do this. Not once in the second attempt I can do this. But there is always a chance you can do this. But have a confidence in yourself that you can actually qualify the examination But that notion of the examination, that this exam is very, very important while solving the question, this exam is very, very important. And for one question, they are giving too much time repeatedly verifying this should be the answer. Then solving again, this should be the answer. But what actually that does, that actually the work they have done for the 4 years or for 1 year preparation for GATE separately, they destroy in that 3 hour period. But they have the capacity to qualify that. So the gap is in the mental sense, how to actually approach to that examination. Otherwise, our students are very well versed and they have good capability to qualify the GATE. And I think on average, more than 50% can easily qualify the GATE in our college.
Thank you, Vaqas. So I would like to take this motivation question forward to Wahid as well, to give us a student perspective, because he has been a recent pass out from the university, so he might give us a better perspective what the problems basically are with the students and why are they this much demotivated. But I would also like to ask him one more question, and this changes with each passing year. So I remember at my when I qualified the GATE examination, at that time it was only necessary, it was just the only thing that was required was to
Okay, I think there is some issue again.
Some issue, yeah. So yeah, so
the question I really want to ask is the difference between qualification, mere qualifying the examination, and then longing for a rank, and how important that is. So the difference between the two. So 2 questions for Wahid: motivation from the student perspective, and this qualification versus the rank of the.
So yeah, so if I say about the motivation, you can take me as an example. Like I started from ground zero, and then I worked very hard, like for 1 year. I think 1 year is like, is sufficient to get a good rank in the GATE. So the first thing, which I feel is you have to, first of all, you have to be confident, that you have to first believe in yourself that you are going to do this thing. And this is not, as Mr. Vaqas told, that this is not something that you have to prepare, you have to do the coaching or do something like that. The basic, what they ask is they just test your basic knowledge, what you have read in the past 4 years. So I think that is the basic motivation of the GATE examination, that they ask the basic questions. I think at most 60% of the paper, that's very basic. If you have studied well, or at least if you know the basics well, you can easily get 60% marks without doing the negatives. So the first thing is that I would like to mention is, first of all, you have to believe in yourself that you are going to do this. So for example, in my first attempt, I got 1050 rank, and that was a good rank. Like I could have gotten an offer in MS from some IIT, but I thought that, okay, this is not that something that I aimed for. So then because I believed in myself, I thought, okay, yeah, let me give it a try once more. So then from 1050 to 152, so that I was able to bring it down. So first thing is that you should be confident. Second thing is that that you should know what to study and from where to study. So for if you are like, for example, me as a case, from first 2 years of my BTech, I haven't studied at that time anything. So for me, it was I had now 2 years only. Actually, it was 1 year only. So in that 1 year, it's a bit tough. Like there is always a trade-off. For example, if I start preparing, or not preparing, if I just if I study normally, so I will be studying in a descriptive way. Like for example, I will be doing terms, I will be doing their proofs, I will be getting into the things, why they are true, and so on. So but if you have only 1 year, then it's not possible to to discover or to get into that descriptive way. So you have to somehow skip some part, and that's something that you will later feel that, okay, maybe I should have done this. So yeah, if you are, if it's 1 year only, if you have, if you are left with 1 year, so I think then the best thing for you is just you don't have to go into the descriptive thing. Just know the concepts, know the intuition why they are correct, and start preparing. And third thing is that to achieve anything you have to hard work. There is no other alternative for the hard work. If you give, like, if you study for one year, maybe you don't have to study like 10 hours or something like that. You have to just be consistent with, I think 4 hours of study is more than sufficient if you study it for one year. So hard work is the key. Like, there is no other alternative. So initially, if I will tell you my experience. Initially, when I joined the test series, during my preparation, my first test series, this demo test, I was able to secure some 9% marks, and I wasn't able to attempt all the questions. So I was able to solve like 3 to 4 questions. So at that point, I wasn't like demotivated. Oh man, this is I got a very bad score. So I constantly kept improving myself. So it's that feedback loop. You have to just move a forward step and take the feedback, and then again just keep going in that loop. So yeah, so first of all, you have to be confident. And this is not a very tough exam. It's just basic. They just test your basic understanding of the concepts. If you know the concepts well, you can easily solve those questions. It's not a big deal. And second thing is that you have to work hard. There is no alternative. So if you work harder in your BTech courses, so you don't have to work then you don't have to work hard for the GATE examination. So and third thing is, first you believe in yourself. Second thing is work hard, and third thing is just go for it then. So I would also like to tell you guys, like, what are the opportunities that an IIT provides to a guy who comes from a third tier college. So so when I joined this college, initially you will struggle a bit. That happens with everyone. So so after that, we had this internships started soon when we joined, like in the month of August. And I recently had an internship with Cisco. So it completed, I think, few days back. So and then you get a good placement at the end of the session of your MTech degree. So like, if you for example, if you at BTech level, if you apply for some company, so they are going to pay you, like, let me just say some X amount. And now if you join IIT and get placed, the growth, it will be like 20 times. So if this doesn't motivate you, like 1 year of hard work and your growth is 20 times more, I think I don't know then what else should motivate you. So and plus you get a degree that is well reputed. So everyone will say, okay, this is, you have done something good. And plus the third thing is that there is a completely there is totally different and totally different atmosphere at in IITs. So it's like a you just you get completely rebuilt sort of thing as a person. So there are great faculties, great opportunities. So I think these are the things that a person I think these are the things that should motivate a person, that seeing himself growing 20 times after 1 year, I think that is phenomenal. And plus the person you come out as a person after 2 years, that's also phenomenal, because it grows you as a person, as an individual. And it shows you the way that okay, how you will after leaving from IIT, your thinking perception, it's completely going to change. So yeah, I think this is the regarding the motivation. Can you please repeat the second question, which was for me?
Yeah, so the second question was that I think if a student is having the engineering aptitude, he can qualify it easily, the GATE examination.
Yeah.
If he just attempts those aptitude questions, he can. So what the question was basically qualification versus rank.
So in my opinion, qualifying, just getting on that borderline, it's not going to help. So because the main thing for GATE examination is, for example, if you are doing GATE examination, then you should aim for a good rank. Because the reason is if you get a good college, then you will get a good placement, or you will get that atmosphere where you will learn. So I think in my opinion, I think under 1,000 rank you should aim at least below 1,000, because if you go for below 1,000, then there are there's a high chance that you will get an MS degree. MS degree is that's a 3-year course. 3-year course, MTech sort of, it's an MTech course only, but it's for the 3-year duration. There is a bit of research involved in that. So I think below 1,000 or below at least 1,500 is something you should aim for. If at least if you feel that okay, and getting a rank of 1,000, I think it's very easy. You have to just be clear with your basics, with the aptitude that's I think 25 marks. So you have to be if you are very clear with your basics, then I think getting under 1,000 rank, that's not a big deal. Yeah, maybe top 200, top 300, there is a lot of competition, but getting under 1,000, I think it's that piece of cake thing. So yeah, if you are writing GATE exam, your aim should be getting a good rank. Otherwise, I don't think that it serves the purpose of writing the GATE exam. As yeah, I think so. So the important thing is that there's a aim for big. If you are aiming, then why should you just think, okay, let me qualify this exam? I mean, it will not serve the purpose. So aim big. So aim at least go under aim for under 1,000 rank, and it's very easy to get under 1,000. So yeah.
Okay, thank you, Wahid. That was really encouraging. I wish I could travel back in time and prepare for my GATE exam again. That was really encouraging. So I would like to move to Aamir next. Aamir, can you briefly describe? You have been through this preparation. You have been a student of IUST. So the current students of IUST can relate to what you have been doing through your preparation. Can you please briefly explain how can a student balance between his current academic schedule and his GATE preparation? How can both of them be done simultaneously?
I think they are no different. They are two same things. I mean, whatever they are studying in their semester exams, I think if you have 5 subjects in semester, 3 of them are at least core subjects, and that's what is asked in the GATE examination. So what I believe is this will go in parallel. Like if you are studying a core subject, you will be asked questions from that subject in GATE examination as well. So they are not two different things. What I believe is, like I know that students have college during the day, so it's really hard to maintain that schedule of preparing. But yeah, at least try to be consistent during your college time. At least try to be consistent. Study at least 1 to 2 hours in the evening or in the morning if you wake up if you wake up early in the morning. What I believe is, for the students who are currently in 3rd semester, I think the core subjects start from 3rd semester only. So the students who are in their 3rd semester right now, they should really focus on learning more descriptive, not just focusing on GATE. They should learn more descriptive. They should try to understand terms, their proofs, and other things as well. And they should read standard textbooks. They should follow NPTEL lectures. They are really nice. They should try these things. And coming to this preparation, yeah, you have to balance these two things. I mean, your college as well as what I used to do is, I will tell you my thing that when I was in my 3rd semester, I started following those NPTEL lectures. I used to postpone these to my weekends, like Saturday, Sunday. I used to study my textbooks as well as my NPTEL lecture videos on Saturday, Sunday, because I know the load on the other days is very high. You have to maintain the college as well. But yeah, you have weekends. For the students, I'm talking about the students who are currently in 3rd or 4th semester, you can study on weekends, and you can revise your concepts. Whatever you studied on your weekend, you can revise those regularly. I mean, you can get easily 1 or 2 hours in the evening or morning where you can revise those things, or you can try some questions. That will be really nice if you try some questions, what is really asked in GATE. So that will give an early on an idea about the exam, what sort of the preparation level I need to maintain. So that's that's what I think about it.
बहुत शुक्रिया आमिर. Before I again move to Vaqas, I would like to also echo what Aamir said, that NPTEL is a very good resource for students. I will tell you, personally during my MTech degree, I mostly used to watch the NPTEL videos, and they are a great resource. And I would always advise students to go and watch those videos and prepare their subjects from those videos, and those are a very they are a great resource. And the second thing I want to highlight for our viewers is that IUST Alumni Council, one of its goals is to bring all the stakeholders of the university on the platform and try to address the issues that are marring our university and the education in general. And in this regard, we know that we are very cognizant of the fact that there are many issues that are marring our academics at IUST. Though we are moving forward in many fields as well, but there are still issues that need to be addressed. And in this regard, IUST Alumni Council will hold a session which will be dedicated solely for the academics of the university. Having said that, I would like to move to Mr. Vaqas, और उनसे मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि अब हमने ये तो जान लिया कि गेट कितना जरूरी एग्जाम है और स्टूडेंट्स के लिए कितना इम्पोर्टेंट है. मैं ये पूछना चाहता हूँ कि IUST एज ए यूनिवर्सिटी क्या कर रही है सच दैट कि स्टूडेंट्स, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स इस एग्जाम को क्वालिफाई कर पाए. So I would like to ask you the concrete steps that the university is taking in this regard.
Basic concrete steps ये है कि the assessment actually everything what actually is the output is based on the assessment. जो भी हम assessment करते हैं at end term or mid term, ठीक है. If we keep a standard of the assessment of the level of the gate, students are bound to reach that level. If you have such questions, such assessments, such assignments, that the question levels are such, those are actually at higher level than those of gate. Okay. Gate should be at slightly lower level or just at the level of the gate. Then students are bound to reach that level. And that actually is what we are actually doing in our courses. And I personally, I am actually formulating every time questions that are more and more actually concept based, and those are novel questions. So that is my own strategy, so that actually my student actually get something gate level or higher than that. So that is the main thing. If your examination assessment for each semester is up to the level of the gate, then students will feel the gate exam as a normal exam.
That's quite correct, Mr. Vaqas. I remember Professor Bakir Mazhari from IIT Kanpur. Last year, in one of the discussions, he said that a student learns what he is tested for. And that has somehow become the motto of my assessment. And I also remember it's actually a misconception among students. I want to clear this misconception, this discussion. Professor S.P. Das from IIT Kanpur, he was the GATE chairperson in recent years. I don't remember when. So one of us asked Professor Das, who actually frames this question paper for GATE? Is it that there is an organizing institute? Every year there is an organizing institute. Is it that the particular institutes frames that question paper? Or there is a group of experts? So his reply was that there is a group of experts from all IITs, and they sit collectively and they frame the question paper. It's not the responsibility of one particular IIT. So we should not keep in mind that, say, IISc Bangalore is conducting GATE 2020, so the paper will be difficult. It's not like that. Okay. So we should conclude this question answer session here from questions from us. We should take some questions from the audience. They have been asking it on our Facebook page. And one of the questions is that half-life goes on traveling for an IUST student from his place of residence to the university. So what are the ways out? How to manage this? So I would like to pose this question to Wahid and Aamir. Let one of you answer. Okay, Wahid, please proceed.
So yeah, so see, those guys who are like it's COVID, right? And most of the time there are strikes and other stuff. So during our times, we had to move towards to the go to the university for our classes. So now those the students which are right now, they don't have to do this. So we had to manage earlier. We had to manage. We used to we had to go to the classes, join classes, then come back home. And so in a week we used to like 2 to 3 for 2 to 3 days we used to we used to visit the university. So no, but the guys which are right now, they don't have to do this. So they have like it's 24, they have 24 hours which they have, they can like in which they can do anything. So see, you have to make a balance. So that's important. So first, as I told that you have to just prepare for 4 hours. So rest, there are like 20 hours. So 20 hours you can travel, you can do whatever you can. So you don't have to make your life that hectic, that I'm preparing now, no, let me just stick at one place and just be start preparing for that. So 4 hours is just rest you have to manage. And plus the students which are right now, they are lucky in the sense that they have ample time to prepare. If this year, if this year the students don't break over record, I think then it's very unfortunate for the students who are currently who are currently who are juniors. So because they have lot of time they can right now dedicate for the preparation. And yeah, so regarding this regarding the coursework, I think I should suggest, let me just share how it is done at IITs. So for example, let me take a course. We have this network security course I had taken this year. So in that course we had the marking scheme. It was as follows. We had 5 assignments, programming assignments. We had to implement this. For example, we had to implement KDC. So there is a concept like KDC, key distribution center, or confidentiality, etc. So we had to implement those programming assignments, and so 60 marks were for the assignments, and 40 marks are for the theory. So 60. So when you start doing assignments, the real learning starts there, because you have to you have to put hours, you have to give your time, then only you can solve the assignment. And plus second thing is, so first thing is like what teachers can do is just give a lot of assignments, and plus check if they're copying from each other. It should be strictly checked if they're copying from somewhere. So the work which a student is doing, it should be his own. Plus, first of all, it's a lot of assignments, so you have to break your course in a way that that at least 30 to 40% of your coursework is meant for assignments, and rest is meant for this exam theory, etc. So this is I think the real change will start if from giving the assignments. And also second thing which I was thinking, because we live in a place that is highly volatile. So going through traditional method of teaching, teacher is teaching on like that on Zoom class, because we don't have even internet here also. So that's a problem. So what I was thinking is, maybe a teacher should, like it's happening in Khan Academy. It has some ties with them, with some of the US schools. What they do is they provide them, Khan Academy provides the material for the students. What they do is they just at home during their during the from the afternoon onwards, they voice the lectures themselves. And during the classroom, teacher, there is a doubt session between students and teachers. So this way, if because we are living in a place that it's not possible for us to go to the university now, because I don't know when is the last time that the students have they have been to the university. So what I was thinking is, a teacher should collect all the resources, make available all the resources, and distribute those resources to the students, and let the student read himself, let him study himself, And what will the teacher do? His responsibility will be just to guide and just to clear the confusions. Because if we follow this way, we don't have to wait for when the syllabus will complete, because now every time the student will have to he will have to complete the syllabus on his own. And what will be the teacher doing? He will be just mentoring, just giving the assignments, preparing assignments, and managing the students. So I think if administration, or if someone builds that model, in which students are given all the resources from where they can themselves study, and teacher can guide, teacher can solve their confusions, and make assignments and other duties which a teacher normally does. So I think maybe we should focus on this model of learning where student himself studies, and it should be made mandatory for every student to let him study on his own. Because if you provide, let me say, for example, when I was preparing for GATE, I prepared for myself. Like there was no separate some sessions going on in our college that helped in my preparation. So I had to prepare from everything on my own. So I think this is something which we should focus on, which we can start in which sorry. So this is the thing that we should focus on, I think. And plus and I request the teachers, just be very strict to the students. Good, as a teacher you have to be good, but as in terms of this assignments and other stuff, you have to just be very strict in those stuff. Don't let any student to copy from others. Because what used to happen in our time when I was in IUST, so one teacher used to give some, and the problem is, like, when we are given the assignments, they are mostly theory based, so there is not that much learning. So if it is practical based, for example, most of the assignment in our at IIT, they are programming assignments. So for example, I am doing right now cloud computing. So I think 80% of my marks, they are on the assignment base. So I think the teachers have to little work hard regarding this matter, that they have to build some good assignments, and mostly it should be programming assignments rather than some theory assignment or some other assignments. So I think if it's a theory subject, then theory assignments are good. But if it's a practical subject, for example, network security or operating systems, or what else, or algorithms, we can just frame the problems and make the students to work. I think, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Wahid. Yeah, some of the issues you raised about the teaching learning process, they basically, I would like to clarify this thing, that IUST has been trying to emulate many of those models, but as I said, that these are some of the issues that are related to academics, and inshallah we are going to have a special session dedicated to the particular theme as well. And I would like to take this moment to appeal to my 8th semesters machine learning people to listen to what Wahid said and stop complaining about my assignments. So the next question is for Aamir, and I think it's best suited to him. The question is from the audience, that whether to go for MTech or to go for the PSU. If a student has a good rank, should he opt for PSU or should he opt for MTech? But I would like to add one more question to you of my own. So this is related to our previous discussion as well. So the question is like this: should a student take a break of 1 year and prepare for the GATE, or he should just during his 4 years of course time, he should be prepared by the end of the course to go for the GATE? And similarly, should a student take coaching, or he should self-prepare for the examination? So these are my two questions. One is the audience question, and the other question is this: taking a break versus.
Well, I will answer the first question. That's from the audience. That's regarding whether to go for a PSU or to go for an MTech. I think that's totally depending on your interests. If you're interested in working, then you should go for a PSU. Or if you're really interested about learning more about computer science or whatever department they're belonging to, then you should go for MTech. If you're really passionate about learning more about your field, then you should go for an MTech. Otherwise, if you are more interested in going to job, then you should join a PSU. I mean, it's totally depending on the interest of the student, what he wants to do. But I would like to add one thing here, that after writing the gate, it's valid for 3 years. So you can join an IIT or an NIT for 3 years. But coming to PSUs, the gate examination, it's valid for only 1 year. So that's where you have to make the decision. I mean, if you miss the PSU, you can't get it for the second year. So if you miss an IIT or an NIT, you can get an admission later on in the coming 3 years. So that's where the decision has to be made by the student. Coming to your second question, that was regarding about should a student drop a year? I think it's worth to drop a year, because coming out of IIT, you don't have many opportunities. Like if you have an opportunity, if you have a good opportunity, then you can just go with that. But if you don't have an opportunity, then GATE is the best opportunity you have. It's worth dropping a year and preparing a GATE, because you can get a job as well after writing the GATE, or you can get into an MTech for that matter. And coming to this thing about the preparations, I think 4 years of preparations, it's sufficient for a student. But yeah, then certain things happen. Like I told you my thing, that when I wrote GATE 2018, I was really confident that I will score a decent rank. I don't have to drop and all that. But yeah, then there certain issues happened by which I ended up landing really a bad rank. I couldn't get a good rank. So then I had to drop a year. But it was really worth dropping it, because I didn't have much of the opportunities after I completed my BTech. So then I thought it's good to prepare rather than wasting time. It's good to prepare for a GATE, and eventually I got a job, a decent job, and an MTech offers as well. That was quite satisfactory at the end.
Okay, thank you, Aamir. There is a short question for Mr. Vaqas. Best material for civil engineering. Vaqas.
Actually, the best material is only the good books, and then you can have any online sessions on YouTube. You can go through that. The best books you have, for example, for geotechnical, you have for Venus Murthy, for structure, Hibla, or for mechanics, you are using Shames. So if you study those books, you don't need any special material. So for preparing, the best thing is, I will give you a basic overview. The thing is, students should not actually only rely on videos and on notes. Correct. Only. When you actually go from notes, you are actually decreasing the knowledge. So from going from books to notes, there is some reduction in knowledge of around 20%. So that means your notes are carrying only 80% of your knowledge. So always, first of all, the first stepping stone for all the students who are aspiring for this GATE examination, first to once go through those books and underline each and every main topics hai, usko underline, okay? And study those and write the important points. Don't study from directly notes or go directly from videos. That is the main issue. So if you go from books, you will get a bigger picture. And for GATE, you need a bigger picture. If you confine your then you can actually have the whole story. If you have a smaller picture, you can't have a whole story. And the GATE actually, what actually GATE does, it comes to you in all directions. The question is not always straightforward. That question is sometimes reversed, or it has some knowledge that is actually not present in those notes or something like that. So for the best thing for preparation for all, actually I'm telling for all branches, not only for civil engineering. So recommended good books, study them first. Then at the second level, you can go for those videos, and you can go for videos. You have to do simultaneously, but for notes or some test series, you have to go later on. Actually, for the last 1 year, you have to go for the test series. You can't go actually beforehand. So the best material are only the recommended good books.
Okay, I think this should apply to all other branches as well, apart from civil engineering. And it's rightly said that books are always our best friends. So we should rely on good books. Okay, that was very encouraging. So Rais, will you like to take over?
Yeah, so the questions are still plenty, and we could drag this session for 2 more hours, I think. But due to paucity of time, we have to wind up this session. So before we wind up, I would like to take some closing remarks from each of our guests, starting from Wahid. So what would you like to say to a student who is currently in his 8th semester, whatever his status is, whether he is motivated, demotivated? In a few sentences, what would you like to tell to this student?
So I would like to tell that, the time is not lost. You still have time. You still can, do good. Just don't aim for low. Like you will think that I will get a job, get a local job or like that. Just aim big, work hard. There's a lot of time still left. You can do it. And also I would like to mention one thing, that in computer science, discrete maths, that's very important. So if you want to start, if you want to get a good rank, or even or be in computers, or be good in computer science, just work hard on your discrete discrete mathematics part. That is going to help you a lot in other subjects also, because the question, the difficult questions that they ask, it's from it's some concept, and plus they ask the concept mixed from discrete maths and the subject. So just focus on your discrete maths. That's going to help you a lot. And yeah, plus be very good in your programming. If you are a computer science guy and you don't know, you are not good in programming, that I don't think that you as a guy in computer science, it will count. So work on your programming part. It's going to help you a lot if you join IIT, or if you join some company after this. So yeah, so I would like to close this with these remarks, that the time is not lost. You can still do it. It's not about gate only. You have to work. See, the thing is, you have to work hard. In your life you have to work hard to get the life going on. So it is the right time. If you will work hard, you will get the benefits much in much, what I can say is, in much levels, I guess, maybe so 10 times, 20 times, something like that. So just work hard, and the time is not lost. This is my I want to just close this closing remarks from me. So yeah.
Thank you, Wahid. And Aamir, your message to the students.
Like as I said before, like I said, semester wise for the students, what they should do. I will repeat once again what they should do. Like your core subjects will start from your 3rd semester only. At that time, you have plenty of time. Decide whether you want to write your GATE exam or not. Decide at that point only. So once you are done with that, once you are done with your decision, if you want to write your GATE exam, at that time you have got 3 years to prepare for your GATE exam. And I don't think if you study well in those 3 years, you don't have to later on drop a year you don't have to drop a year later on. So what I would like to say is, for the students who are early into computer science, just read from standard textbooks, go deeper into the concepts, dig deeper, because you have got plenty of time. Dig deeper into it, because it will help you later on. Because as Wahid was telling me last time, that how important is it to dig deeper into concepts, like studying the theorems and the correctness of if like there's a subject called algorithm subject. So what we used to do is, we used to only study algorithms. We never use it to study about their proofs, their correctness, why they are correct. They're really important. And what Wahid later on realized, that it was really important for him to in IIT, it was really important for him to focus on those correctness proofs and other things. So for students who are in second, third, fourth, fifth semester, they have got a lot of time. They should dig deeper into concepts. For students who are in 6th, 7th semester, like if they are not that much sound with their concept, they should take a crash course. They should take online courses. There are many online courses available. They should take a course and study from that only, because they don't have much of the time to get to dig deeper into it. So at that time, they should take a crash course and study from that only. But the students who are very early into it, they should. My suggestion is that they should dig deeper into concept. It will help them later on.
Thank you, Aamir. And before I pass the mic back to Asim, Vaqas, as a teacher, as a guide, and as an elder figure to the students, your message to the students from all the other two guests were specific to computer science, but take it to all the departments.
So actually, I am here to give a brief motivation that actually our students are very well versed and they have the capacity to do this exam very well. Now, basic tips, what you have to actually follow. The students that are studying in 4th semester, 6th semester, or 8th semester, I am telling you that whatever subjects you have in that semester, you prepare for those using your best material. That is your good recommended books, generally the foreign authors. And side by side, always have always study mathematics, because mathematics is actually aid to every subject. In engineering, whenever you have strong mathematics, that means your all other 50% work done for all other subjects is done. So when you are studying this mathematics, it is actually developing a logic in your brain. So you have to always from starting from the third semester only, partly every time, once in a week, keep 1 or 2 hours for mathematics only, so that it can help you. And the second thing is you go for the good books. And the third thing is believe in yourself. You have the capacity, and you can follow the dream. And now the last thing is how to materialize in this COVID situation. The COVID situation is the best opportunity for students right now who are actually in the last year. They can actually materialize this time. They can they were telling that they had some issues with they lost their time during traveling. They can materialize their time also in studying. So study in their time, you can actually crack the exam very well. And don't fear about the examination. If you prepare well, you can crack the examination. And best of luck.
So yeah.
Yes, Wahid, you want to come?
So those who want to who want to be in touch with us, I think you can note down our mail IDs, or I think the admin can just post them on this chat, so that maybe we can in future, if there are some doubts or there are some.
So actually, there are a lot of questions, and I would like to request all our guests to, if they have the time, to please engage with those questions on our Facebook page. There are a lot of questions today, I think, from the students. Many questions which we could not take during this shorter session, but I would request you to please engage with those questions.
So yeah, okay, yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Wahid, for this help. Just under 1 minute, I would request all our guests to have their views on this IUST Alumni Council, the initiative, the activities which will be held under this banner, and the importance of this platform. What do you feel about it? Starting from Wahid.
So yeah, I think this is a great initiative. I wasn't knowing like we have something this platform where we can connect to our students. So I think we should we can create a link, maybe if we as a team, because I am a part of that's very close to my heart, my university. I want to do something maybe in future for my university or for my juniors. So I think this is a very great initiative that we have taken, and I'm really happy that this is that you have taken this. So yeah, I think this way we it will keep us connect with our university. I think that is very important, and it's very important for me personally. So I think this is a very great initiative. So yeah, I think in the future, so I think this having these sessions, I think this is going to help a lot. And yeah, so we can share more, or we can if we have some some links with the university, maybe in future we can because when you grow up, you build contacts, so that way you can you can just help your university if there is that this platform is available. So I think this is a very great initiative, and I'm really happy that you have taken this initiative. Yeah, thanks for it.
Thank you, Wahid. Aamir, with your comments.
Sure, sir. As Wahid told, that it's really a great initiative, and like I would like to say that spending 4 years of in IUST, it was a great journey there. And now when it comes to contributing back to that university, I'll be more than pleased to contribute in any way I can contribute to that university. So yeah, we are ready for that.
Thanks a lot, Aamir. I guess you will be just a phone call away.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Vaqas, with your concluding remarks and your views regarding this council.
Actually, there should be always a council, so that actually the gap we have, the gap between the students' exposure, we have to fulfill that. And this council actually will do that. It will fulfill that gap, that the exposure level that our student doesn't have until yet, they will be getting that exposure. And exposure actually helps a lot. Only hard work doesn't actually always fulfill your requirements, but your exposure to a level will always, exposure plus hard work is actually the key. So this IUST concept will actually in future and right now, actually it is actually fulfilling that gap of that exposure of our students. That's why actually this is a very good initiative.
So before, sorry for interrupting. So yeah, before closing, so I want to thank like all my teachers who had taught me, during my session. Rayes sir, I was very close to him, and he was very close to me. Asif sir, and I think Nazma ma'am, Azra ma'am. Those all teachers, I want to thank them, and everyone who helped us during this journey. I think it was I'm really thankful to my teachers. Yeah. As they supported, I think this is very important to mention, that they supported us during our journey. So yeah, thanks for supporting us at that time and believing in us at that time. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Thank you very much. So I guess this was a very fruitful discussion, and I hope our students, and I hope they were watching this, they will benefit from this in the future. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay.